On today's show, I'm finally gonna talk about it. Elizabeth City State University Sound of Class Marching Band. I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and also gonna give the grade. You already know how it is, so let's just keep it going right here on Luke's Band Report. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whenever you're watching me right now. My name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passion Is Network. I'm also the host of Talk That Talk. You can get any of our merchandise at www.realtalkthattalk.com. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, I actually do want to mention and realize this. A lot of this stuff that I talk about comes off the cuff. So if I'm gonna go off the cuff, I'm gonna say something that's on my brain at the moment. Shout out to Curtis Akeem McCullough, who actually just posted, or not too long ago, posted a video of his up and coming podcast where he's talking about, or at least from this particular episode, talking about some of the things or the disparities that he's seen in a specific situation or specific battle of the bands. I think this is dope. First of all, anyway, that we have the opportunity to be able to talk about what we do, I think is amazing. But also to stand in the gap and advocate for HBCU band programs, the students, the directors, whatever. I always think that that is a great thing. And as you all know, we've been doing it a lot here on the Passion Is Network. So it's great to be able to have another voice out there to be able to have that conversation. So kudos to him. When his stuff drops, y'all go check it out because I know I will be too. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Elizabeth City State Sound of Class Marching Band. First out, shout out to that media team because they got a lot of media out there for people to be able to see. So if you've never seen them, you never heard of them, you just tried not to pay attention to them, this is a good time to be able to go out and listen to them and pay attention to them because they got stuff out there for you to see. So let's go ahead and get into the field show. Field show presentation to me is just really good. I'm not even gonna lie about it. The drills are really good, really thought out, really clean, very linear drills, not necessarily downfield drills. All the sound is continuously facing forward and I actually enjoy it. I ain't got nothing else to say. From the Heartbreak show to their Power show, I'm telling you, every single show for me was really clean, done right. What else can I say about it?
I give it to you. You got me there.
Also, when it comes to their flags and or auxiliaries, let's be honest, their flags were not utilized a lot in their drills, but let's take a moment to talk about their color guard. It's only 4 of them. 4 of them.
That's it?
And with them 4, they did a heck of a job. Kudos to y'all. I think they're called the NV or EN-V. I think I got that right. Don't tear me up in the comment sections if I didn't get it right. But I'm telling you, for only 4 of them, y'all got it. Creativity is there, tricks are there. Timing every now and then could be a little bit off, but I'm not gonna argue about that too much because everything else you guys did was great. And then y'all did that knocking the boots where y'all got to rolling on the ground. I saw you.
Shame. Shame.
But outside of that, there was this little trick that you guys did where you rolled on the ground and then you had a solo spot and then all of a sudden you all came back together, got back up and kept going. I thought it was great. Very good. And then there was another one where you all did where you got in this little circle and then y'all tossed the flags. I think it was like left or something like all of these different things that encompass actually a really good flag line. And for those of you all who have color guard out there, I would definitely take some notes from them because they're taking risk and they're doing a really good job at it. So kudos to y'all.
Thumbs up!
Next up on the auxiliaries, we have the Royal Blaze dance line. And it's only 4 of them. 4.
I'm gonna get a 4.
And with that being said, I think they're okay. They're not bad at all. I mean, for 4 of them, obviously it's very easier to be nitpickier because of the fact that it's only 4, so you can really see the inconsistencies every now and then. But I actually think that their energy is good. They dance very well. But I did notice it was one show that you all did where it was all 4 of the girls, but 2 girls on the sideline. I guess those 2 didn't check off, and then the other 2 was actually doing the show. So if you have those 2 doing the show, then it's very easy to be able to notice the inconsistencies. And I did notice a few. Were there a lot? No. But were there a few? Yes. So it's not necessarily the fact that I think that they're bad. I just think that because of their smaller group, you're kind of able to see some certain things that you probably wouldn't see from other groups. So There it is. As far as the sound of the band, honestly, they're a smaller group, but their sound on the field is actually good. It's balanced. Nobody's overplaying. I think their arrangements are written specifically for them. The melodic line is heard. The low brass is there. What else can I say? Every now and then you may slip out into some intonation issues when it comes to the horns, but other than that, I ain't got no issues. Not much to say. I'm actually pretty quiet on this one. Moving on to the stands. Now, again, they are a program that does have a great media team, and with their media team, you can see a lot of the stuff that they play. For me, their stands, while a lot of energy in the stands, a very good level of discipline, I love the fact that the auxiliary, specifically the color guard, have swing flags in the stands. Y'all know I love to see that. If you a flag, put a flag in the hand. Don't make no sense for you to be a second group of dancers. But sound in the stands is completely different than what you hear in the field. Now that could be from a whole level of things. One, from the area of where they were recorded from. If you're not recording from the center of the field, like you would mostly hear from a lot of bigger bands or something like that, then 9 times out of 10, you're probably not gonna get the exact sound. Another reason is because they can be a lot higher up in the bleachers than most bands are. I remember when we were at Norfolk, our bleachers, where we used to sit right under the scoreboard, not on the home side, but I don't even know what the home side is anymore. I'm that old, because they actually switch sides now.
It's been 84 years.
But anyway, it was actually higher up than if you actually sat on the home side than the visitor side. So that could be a factor too. But I will say this, in the stands, I'm not necessarily a big fan of their sound, but I do like the cohesiveness that they have in the stands, the energy, the way that the flags are flagging, and the way that the dancers are dancing. Another thing that I noticed is they're kind of one of those bands like Norfolk used to be when I was in school, where all the music that we use in a field show immediately transfers to the stands. Now, don't get me wrong, they did add a couple of other songs within there, at least from what was able to be shown on the YouTube page. But for the most part, a lot of their stands tunes were halftime tunes. That's the way we did it. Yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And let me go back really quickly to talk about the halftime or their field show presentation. You know one group I didn't talk about that needs a recognition? They drum majors. Hey man, them 3 dudes was getting it. They's tight, they work hard, but the reality is they tight. I can't argue with them. They're clean in every single move that they do. And honestly, I didn't see too many mistakes between them. It looks like 3 the same dudes, except from what I can tell, one was actually very shorter than the other 2. But it's like 3 of the same dudes looking just alike. Great job. Yeah, they do a little bit of the dancing, and I mean, that goes without saying, right? I guess that's part of the gig. But outside of that, they did their thing. Now it's on to the grade. As we go forward and we start looking at every single piece of the criteria, from the field show, to the dancers, to the color guard, to the sound on the field, to the sounds in the stands, and what they did in the stands, honestly, I'm gonna give them a B-. I mean, it's just fair. You gotta look at them and take them for what they are. Smaller group, good sound on the field, very cohesive and disciplined band. What more can I say? Very good job, guys. Keep growing. Keep going. So with that being said, guys, tell me your thoughts over there in the comment section. Also leave some comments down below. Don't forget to click that like button down there and also share this information out. Turn on the notifications. Also, big update. I wanted to make sure that I give you guys the update on what's happening with Talk That Talk. Yes, we are coming back, and we were supposed to come back in August, but after having a quick meeting with the guys, we wanted to come back at the top of September. That gives everybody the chance to be able to come out of their band camps, start school, National Battle of the Bands, Norfolk State versus FAMU, and all of this stuff is happening right in the smack dab in the middle of August or the end of August. So to be right and be fair to all of them, we'll come back right in the beginning of September. So stay tuned. I got a lot of topics coming up. We have a lot of topics coming up, and I can't wait to get back with the crew. Other than that, man, turn on notifications. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for listening, and I will see you all on next week.